Yeah, the volume good.
All right, yeah, we good. All right, we locked in.
It's frozen right
Well, this is like it's a bad connection. You can see right there.
now. Unless it's probably my internet.
It's probably yours. That's what it is.
Good.
It's A1 right there.
Yeah.
All right. So we about to get started out.
Good.
So, Shalom.
Shalom.
We're going to start out with giving infinite honors to our Heavenly Father and our great King,
Yahweh
Yahweh,
by
Hashem,
Hashem,
Yahushua, by Hashem, Harakah Kadash. We also want to give double honors to our teachers, the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to our fellow laborers in Yahushua, presenting truth across the four winds in this final hour. All right? And I forgot to get the, do the what you call it. All right? On this topic, we're going in, man. We're going in on, I was listening to this, truther, you know, and we get a lot of information from these Edomites that are fed up with the elites that are governing over them, and they bring out like a lot of good information. All right, you call them in these modern days. The word form is the buzzword form is whistleblowers. All right, and you got thousands and thousands of whistleblowers blowing the whistle on the wickedness and the evil devices and schemes that the government is playing on the inhabitants here in America. And I'm about to play a lot of the clip of this guy right here, Survival. Not him. This guy right here. The name of his page is Survival Living. All right, and he's about to go on a rant, but it's not just any rant. All right, everything he's going to say can be funneled through the scriptures, and he's totally on point. All right, so bring out your precept, brother.
This Psalm 64 and 8.
Con.
So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves.
All right, that's a prophecy that was going to happen in these end times, that these devils were going to turn on one another. Because what the scripture say, a kingdom divided cannot stand. So you was going to have the high-ranking Edomites lording over the low-ranking Edomites, and they're going to start telling on one another. Bring it out.
All that see them shall flee away.
All right, and so when they start exposing the devices of their people are going to start waking up and start getting the fuck away from them and start condemning this devil for all his shameful spewing. Okay, bring it out.
And all men shall fear and shall declare the work of the Most High, for they shall wisely consider of his doing.
Right, and that shameful spewing is gonna consume this devil. All right, we living in a time where everything done in darkness is brought to light, and this devil is gonna be getting exposed. And this is a clip of them exposing themselves. All right, uncovering their locks, make bare the leg. Isaiah 47. All right, so without further ado, I'm gonna let the clip play. Now check this devil out.
All right, guys, welcome back to CFP here, and this is Survival Living. I was going to take a few days off, and I still am, but I come across some interesting information I want to share with you guys. Make you think, make you keep prepping. So I came across this today, actually, on another YouTube channel called Dabu7. I've been subscribed to him for a while now. And headline, of course, was in the thumbnail. The Earth only has 3 months supply of food, and production stops. And that's actually true. If production ever stops, guys, only food that you're going to be eating is what.
All right, now we prophesy week in and week out that a sore famine is going to hit the planet Earth, preferably America, in the last days. All right. So what this devil is saying can be funneled through the scriptures, and when you look at the brothers all throughout the planet that's rocking to that station, that frequency 144, we're warning everybody. Look, man, a sore famine is coming to America. A diabolical pestilence is coming to America. All hell's going to break loose and everyone's going to kill everybody. This is prophecy. All right? What this guy is speaking, his prophecy is being fulfilled. This is Ezekiel 6:11. Thus saith Yahweh thy power, smite with thine hand and step with thy feet, and say, arise for all the abominations of the house of Israel. They shall fall by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence. All right? So that's how our Heavenly Father is going to judge the nation of Israel. Okay? And he's going to judge the nation of America the same way, through that famine, pestilence, and the sword. Okay? Bring out your precept.
And this precept just to describe this video that we're looking at, this Edomite. And this is him. He's coming against his own kingdom. It's Proverbs 21:10. The soul of the wicked desireth evil, his neighbor findeth no favor in his eyes. So this lower class Edomite, he's speaking against his own kingdom, exposing them their ideals, their wicked plans.
Right. And when you about to hear some diabolical shit, all right,
what you have stored up, or what the government decides to give you. Now we've seen the push on the bugs. And I'm seeing articles now. I got to pop up there for you on how roach milk is better for you than regular milk.
Welcome back. Go beyond subscribe. Join the channel to help your favorite creator make more of this and get members only goodies.
That's the spirit, because this goes with the video we just watched.
Yeah. Now look, he say the government plans on your turn it off. He said the government plans on feeding you bugs, roach milk, roaches. All right, it seems far-fetched, right? A regular American will find that hard to believe. All right, I'm gonna let him talk a little more, then I'm gonna show you something.
We're seeing the articles and reports on they want to feed you bugs.
All right, now you have articles out here, you have reports out here on it. But it sounds extreme. It sounds taboo to the typical American. All right?
Okay. We also know there's a nonstop war on what you get to eat and what they want you to eat. Hence, they want to take away your access to red meat, pork, chicken. They want to control every aspect of what you.
All right. Now, look. Let me bring out this precept first. This is the book of Haggai. No, Habakkuk, Salakia. I'm going to get Habakkuk. It's Habakkuk 1 and 5. All right? Because I know it sounds taboo. Behold, ye among the heathen, and regard and wonder marvelously. I will work a work in your days, which you would not believe, though it be told to you. So, if somebody told you in this final hour that the government that America will have a famine, food will be scarce, and for the government to take care of citizens, it will start feeding them roaches and bugs. If somebody told you that, you wouldn't believe it. All right? But guess what? It have articles on it. It has reports on it. And guess what else? They put it in their movies. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. A lot of the things we see in his movies, that's his left-handed way of prophesying. Now, this is the movie Snowpiercer. All right? And they're breaking down the movie Snowpiercer that came out in 2013. Why? And let me give you a quick synopsis of the movie. All right, it was a train. All right, and on the train, you had different levels of citizens that was living on the train. Okay, you had the elites at the front of the train. All right, and you had the poor people at the back of the train. All right, and the elites was eating caviar, drinking the finest wine. They was just living a lap of luxury. But at the back of the train, They was only getting fed what the elites was feeding them. All right. Now let's see what the elites was feeding them in this movie.
It upon himself to see if the rumor is true. The next day, the compartment door opens, and in comes a guy who brings food daily. Curtis walks to him and points the gun at himself, asking the man to shoot. Lo and behold, the gun turns out to be empty, which is a sign for the others to attack. The plan works, and they manage to enter the prison section of the train. There, Curtis meets designer Nam, whose name was written on the last message. Nam and his little daughter, Yona, are addicted to a substance called chronol. They only agree to join the group if they are provided with enough chronol. Curtis agrees and welcomes them to the freeloader community. Using his skills, Nam opens the door to the next compartment, which has a window. The group can almost not believe how bright the compartment is, as they finally get to see sunlight after 17 years. Following that, they enter the kitchen area, specially made for the poor class. To their horror, they discover that the protein bar they've been feeding on is made up of ground cockroaches. After a few more compartments, they will reach the water filtrate. Gilliam advises...
All right. Now, you see on the movie, and what this guy just said, he said this is what the government planned to do to you here in America, is feed you bugs, all right? I'm gonna let him repeat what he said, all right? Let him repeat what he said. Well, you could clearly say in 2013, Esau made a movie about poor people, all right? Because when all hell break loose, you're only going to have two classes, rich and poor. The middle class is going to be wiped out. And the poor people were getting fed by bugs by the government in that movie. All right? And now let's see what he said is about to happen here in America.
If production ever stops, guys, only food that you're going to be eating is what you have available, what you have stored up, or what the government decides to give you. Now, we've seen the push on the bugs that they want to give you. Now, I'm seeing articles now, hopefully I got it pop up there for you, on how roach milk is better for you than regular milk.
Wow.
Cockroach. We've seen...
You see, you can't make this shit up, man. Esau put things in his movies what he's going to implement in real life, man.
Articles and reports on they want to feed you bugs. Okay. We also know there's a nonstop war on what you get to eat and what they want you to eat. Hence, they want to take away your access to red meat, pork, chicken. They want to control every aspect.
Become the most high.
All right. Hey, let's get them precepts. All right. They want to control every aspect of your life. It is written. I'm going to get the one in Isaiah first. He wants to be like the Most High. The Most High give us dietary laws to eat. The Most High controls every aspect of our life. He tells us how to come out here and live. The so-called white man, he wants to embody the power and the control that Yahweh Shema Shai has on the kingdom of man. All right. This is Isaiah 14. All right. And here we go. Isaiah 14 and 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? It's talking about the so-called white man. All right. He's in the position of rulership. When you're in heaven, it's an estate you're in. All right. Son of the morning. How are you cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thy heart, in thy mind, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will set I will also set upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the house of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. The Most High, what it says, He feeds a sparrow, don't fall to the ground without his knowing. He say he clothed the lilies of the field. All right. He feeds all of the animals on the planet Earth. And he say, how much more will I take care of you, nation Israel, apple of my eye? All right. He controls everything on the earth, man. All right. The so-called white man wants to be like him. He wants to do that. So he wants to control what you eat, control how you think, control where you travel to, control what you teach your children. He wants to control everything. This is bring out your precept.
This Habakkuk 2 and 3. I'm a 3 to 5. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, meaning it's gonna come to pass. So this video we're watching is going to come to pass. These wicked devices and intentions that Esau the devil has, the so-called white man, is going to come to pass. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, because the just shall live by his faith. So the scriptures is telling you, the prophets of Yahweh Shema Shah is telling you that this man is not right. He's wicked. He's the devil according to the scriptures.
And he's gonna get far in trying to fulfill his enterprise, man. A lot of these things we're hearing about, he's gonna do them. All right. Now the scriptures say when he say peace and safety, and when he think he's fulfilled his enterprise, Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna rain fire down on his ass. But he gonna get far in doing some of these diabolical things we hearing and seeing. This is you finished?
No, we got one more.
Bring it out.
And this Habakkuk 2 and 5, last verse. Yea, also because he transgressed about wine, and that's that wine is going into his philosophy, his smooth words, smoother than butter. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell. So he don't stay at his own kingdom. He goes to other kingdoms and deceive them and spoil them, take their shit. And it says, and is as deaf and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
And he pollute their minds. All right. He makes the earth. He put a covering cast on the earth, and covered in gross darkness, so the inhabitants of the earth move like him. That's why our Heavenly Father told those Israelites, our great king Salakia told the Israelites during this time, "You of your father the devil, the lust of your father you would do." All right, and that's what this devil has done to all of the inhabitants of the earth. That's why when you go to Revelation, the 11th chapter, he said the nations were angry. Why were the nation angry? Because they was dancing to the so-called white man's beat. They was doing everything he told them to do, and they seen where it's led them ultimately, and it's going to lead them to being judged. Okay, this is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin shall be revealed, the son of perdition. This is the point. Who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called power, or that is worship. You see what I'm saying? He wants to be like the Most High, so that he is as Yahweh, sitting in the temple of Yahweh. See, this his pride has deceived him, man. This motherfucker is diabolical, man, showing himself that he is power. All right? And this is what this guy is talking about. This is what this whistleblower is telling you, man. The government wants to do all of these things, show you all of these things. I mean, the government wants to control everything you do. All right? The governments want to tell you when to eat, what to drink, when to work. All right? When to have sex. All right? He's going to implement a totalitarian society governed by draconian laws. If you break in it up, when you could go inside, when you could go outside, this motherfucker charge you for oxygen if he could, man. Okay? He wants to be like the Most High. He wants control. And once he put that radio frequency identification chip in you, that charagma that you read about in Revelation 13, 15, and 16, okay? Once he puts that into you, hey, he's going to be your power. He's going to be your God, because he's going to be able to control you with those magnetic waves, man. That shit is going to wreak havoc on your biology and anatomy, man. He could basically control you. You'll be a fucking android.
With the 5G too.
Yeah, and that 5G,
That's
right?
I had a preset to back you up.
All right.
World's government. I will say that. Probably shouldn't use that word because of the platform. They want to control you. They want to enslave you.
They want to control you. They want to enslave you. You got a precept on that?
Come.
Bring it out.
This Ezekiel 28 and 2. Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. I said,
Your God controls you. When you have a power that you worship, he controls you. All right? You follow, even the heathens, they follow the customs and the culture that the deity tells them to follow. Okay? The so-called white man wants to be your God. Bring it out, brother.
I sit in the seat of God.
If the so-called white man ain't the devil, who is?
Exactly. Job 9:24. In the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man, and not God, though thou set thine heart as the heart of God.
And he's trying to be God through his technology, man. All right? That's what he's trying to do.
God.
To starve you.
You got a little bit more?
Yeah, this is the last verse. And this proves that through his technology, he's trying to become like the Most High. It says, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. And Esau, the so-called white man, he's trying to get to that point to where there's no secret that, you know, the people, the people under him can hide from him. Okay? He's going to turn you into slaves.
And in that scripture, to be technically right, is saying there's no secret. This devil, when he came into power, he came with his scientists, his explorers, and he sought out all of the things that was going on in the kingdom of men. All right, he know who the nation Israel are. He know who the tribes are. He know who the other races, the nations they are. He know a lot, because for you to put a covering cast on the planet Earth and to put the earth in gross darkness, guess what you got to know? You got to know the truth. So it ain't no secrets that's held from him. He know the truth. The elites know the truth. They know about reincarnation. All right? They know who the true children of Israel are. All right? That's why they're able to push this vibration on the planet Earth, because they know the truth. That's the only way you could deceive the inhabitants of the earth. You have to know the truth. Okay?
God. And Esau, he know the difference between Ham and the Negroes.
Yeah, he knows it.
Yeah.
He sought that out. There's no secret kept from him.
God.
Out. So you comply to whatever it is they want you to do. You know, we started seeing this many, many years ago, not just in the food, on their action of what they're going to make you do, whatever it is they want to, by changing laws, making it so you can't get hold of things.
Hey, get that in Daniel. Hold on. Let me get that scripture in Daniel. About he said they're gonna make you do by changing laws. You can get the unrighteous decrees. You got the one in Daniel I'm talking about?
Yeah, 7:25.
Bring it out.
Daniel 7:25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
Come on.
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
Come on.
And think to change times and laws.
You see, through these a lot of these mass shootings, all right, there's pestilence that's going throughout the planet Earth. He's going to use these calamities, the ones that he's bringing forth, to change laws. And when he passed these legislations, what do? He gets more control and more power over the inhabitants of the earth, man. It's all by design, man. Bring it out, brother.
And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times in the dividing of time.
All right. And that prophecy is come to pass, and it's towards the end. His time of ruling in the kingdom of man is just about over. All right? It's just about over. But towards the end of his rule and his realm, he's going to go out with a battle, with a fight. This devil is going to bring forth death like you've never seen in the kingdom of men, man. All right? And through his legislation, for him to get his legislation passed, what do he got to do? He got to bring forth death to do that, to pull that trick. All right? This pestilence that's out, and you ain't been hearing much about it as of late, but watch they're going to start putting it back on the TV. That show you how our families are so fucked up. Is your grandmother telling you can't come in the house no more?
Yeah,
because you ain't
without a mask.
Without a
mask.
They ain't talking about it no more, huh?
Nope, they not.
They're not talking about it because they're not pushing it on the TV no more. Oh, you can't come over here. You ain't when he got your shot. See, they're not doing that no more because it's not on the TV. God. That show you how much whatever this devil put on the TV, Our people gonna be going crazy. My aunties and stuff, they was on that shit heavy. Oh, you ain't got vaccinated. We could get. They ain't talking that shit no more. That show you how much he's like a god. Our people follow and do whatever the fuck he say, man. And once he turn that shit back up, they're gonna be back to like how they were. Whatever he tell them, these laws he's gonna pass, they're gonna follow suit, man.
Case in point, bang bangs.
And you know what, man? I don't know if this dude will Edomite, man. I don't know if he'll Edomite, you know. He could be a cool Edomite. He got a little sauce with him. He kind of funny, man. He tripped me out, but hey, I like the way he bring out the things that he bring out. He got a little swag with him.
Makes it more and more difficult. They add new laws, so if you're in the city, it's hard to raise livestock. All right, chickens. We've seen this push on the culling of chickens. Now, I saw Alaska Preppers video earlier today. That's why I wanted to come out here and actually talk about this today. He's actually going to be doing a video later on pressure canning, which I recommend people doing. If you don't have a pressure canner, guys, start stocking up meats now because they're trying to take away your meat. They want to control what you eat.
And pressure canning is like I look at these doomsday preppers and these wilderness survivors. I look at this shit all day. When I'm not in the scriptures, what I look at,
videos.
I look at this shit all day. Pressure canning is like you get you some meat, you cut it up, you salt the meat, you put pickle juice in it to preserve it, and then you put it in the can and you pressure it and that meat that's in that can, hey, that shit could be preserved for years. All right, it could be preserved for years. Or you just get a bunch of meat and put it in pickle juice. All right, and salt it first, put it in pickle juice. That meat is like a pig lip. All right, that shit can sit in there and you can eat it for years. It's going to be preserved. All right, that's what he's talking about. See, but we're not going to be doing all that doomsday prepping shit. All right, we're not going to be doing it. It's good to have those skills. All right, because skills and knowledge. All right, that's all a part of wisdom. Knowing how to make fires, knowing how to if you get a deer or a turkey, how to pluck the feathers. Get the guts out of it and stuff. All right, nothing's wrong with getting that knowledge on how to do things. Learning the herbs that's right around you, man. Like down here in Louisiana, got a lot of edible vegetation that we look at as weeds and shit. All right, like dandelions and stuff. Those are edible flowers, man. All right, those little white flowers that grow in the patches in the yard. Those are edible. I forgot the name of them.
White clover.
Yeah, it's something like that. Those things are edible, man. You can make pine needle tea with the pine trees, and they don't quote me on it, but I think they give off a lot of vitamin C. All right, all that goes into wisdom. The scriptures say, "With all I get wisdom, get knowledge, man." All right, don't be ignorant in nothing, great or small. All right, if you learn how to pressure can, do it. You know. Nothing wrong with having those skills. Now, we're not putting our heart and soul in the doomsday prepping and bullshit. Our heart and soul is in Yahweh Shem Shai, man. He's going to take care of us like he did us when we came out of the wilderness in Egypt. He was a cloud by day and a light by night, and he fed us. He nurtured us. He fed us with a manna from heaven. He fed us quail. He made water come out of the rock. He's going to do that same thing for us again. We don't have to depend on that, okay?
But he was talking about he had received an email. It wasn't confirmed yet. It's just an email that was sent to him about their agenda on culling the chickens here in America. We've already been saying that's going to happen, but having proof of something is most important. We can always talk about what we theorize and what we're seeing, but without actual proof on things, it's just hearsay. I'm not saying Alaska Preppers hearsay. That's not what I'm saying, so don't cross my words up there. I'm saying he gets information like he himself said he can't confirm it. Hopefully, within a week, it should be a public information. So, with that being said, you better be stocking up on meats. You better be stocking up food, guys.
You see, now look, carnally, this devil, he's in his right mind. Now, if a nigga hear you talking this stuff, this is why his name, the children of this world are wiser than the children of light. You'll have Jake with the means to do these things, and they want to buy Gucci slippers. They want to buy a Gucci bag, all right? And this dude taking his money and he's stockpiling and getting himself ready for the coming famine. And you tell our people a famine is coming, they can say, "Oh, I see it. I went to Walmart. The shelves are getting slim." But guess what? They still not going to do nothing to prepare themselves. I'm talking about even from on a corner vibration, even from a worldly standard. All right? Our people are fools. Get that side of his children, man. Our people can't read between the lines, man. That's why all these calamities is going to hurt the tribes the worst, man. Because the children of this world are wiser than them, man. Bring it out, brother.
Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have no understanding.
They have no understanding. This guy has understanding from a worldly perspective. All right? He's looking at the news. All right? He's reading articles. He's looking at the stock market. Okay? He's in reality, but not an Israelite. They are preparing for the weekend. They are living for the weekend, literally. They can't see past football, basketball, clubs,
twerking,
barbecues, crawfish balls, twerking, fighting, shooting, killing. Then the niggas that be killing, they don't stockpile bullets. They just have probably 2 clips at best. All right? They just got enough bullets where they could go kill somebody that look just like them. Period. In the first day, they're not going to have no more bullets. Guys like these guys, they stockpile bullets. They learn how to take the gun apart, oil it, clean it. If it break, they learn how to fix it and shit. Now, our people, man, when this shit hit, the tribes are going to get it the worst, man. You got a precept, brother?
No, it had a little bit more on this.
All right, bring it out.
It says, they are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. And that's it on it.
Yeah, they have no knowledge. And when we talk about no knowledge, they don't know how to filter water. Because the water, Esau going to poison this water, man. All right? When you have a famine, all right, the scriptures is also, the drought comes along with the famine. He going to poison his water. So you're going to have to learn how to filter water, man. Certain things. You're just going to have a few skills out here. Now, the Most High going to take care of his elect regardless. But there's nothing wrong with having a few skills. Even with us knowing it's coming, storing up some canned goods and shit. You know, we doing it, but we're not doing it in the spirit of this guy. You know, but a wise man foreseeth the evil and he hide of himself. The prudent man look well into his goings, man. All right? According to the worldly standard, this is a prudent man. He's in reality. Now, we know through the spirit is the most powerful. Prophet is powerful. There's nothing he could do to withstand this onslaught Yahweh Shema Shai is about to bring on the earth. When them angels let go of them 4 winds, he could stockpile and store bullets all he want. He can't make crooked what the Most High has made straight. That's what we know through the spirit, you know? But it just makes you hate our people when you see these dumbass, degenerate-ass heathens have more common sense than our people. And we're here. Give me that Jeremiah 18 and 20. Give me Jeremiah real fast.
All right, this is Jeremiah 18 and 20. And it reads, shall evil be recompensed for good?
We out here telling our people the truth, and they laugh and scoff at us and mock us. Bring it out.
For they have digged a pit for my soul.
Come on.
Remember that I stood before thee to speak good for them.
All right, we out here to speak good for them, to warn them. He say, what it is in Ezekiel, when he say, look, man, when you're on your watchtower and you give them no warning, their blood will be on your hands. We don't want their blood on our hands, so we out here to give you warning. The enemy is coming in. He's coming in to slay. He's coming to kill. All right? Prepare yourself. Get Luke 12 and 47. You have to prepare yourself, man. And if you're in this truth, you better be preparing yourself because Luke 12 and 47 is really for the body. Bring it out.
Come. And that servant.
So that's somebody in the know. You better be getting built on your most holy faith. Fasting, praying, lamenting, harnessing some of these skills this guy's got. All right? Being on your watchtower, reading the news, looking at these clips, looking at these alternative news stations, man. Being yoked with the body, man. All right? Prepare yourself so you have enough wisdom to stabilize you. Bring it out.
Which knew his Lord's will.
All right? And we out here teaching our people the Lord's will. And they reject it. Bring it out.
And prepared not himself.
Come on.
Neither did according to his will.
Come on.
Shall be beaten with many stripes.
Our people going to get beat with many stripes. I haven't thought about the late sword strokes on these motherfuckers, man. Because he done sent prophets out here to warn you and tell you to get ready, man. To prepare yourself, man.
Only have about 3 days worth of food in their home.
I'm going to tell you something about having 3 days worth of food. Now, I'm not being over righteous. I learned this from looking at them. When the electricity go out and you know the electricity not about to come back on, and you got meat in your deep freezer, all right? I learned this from looking at these guys. You go get the meat. When it thaws out, you cut it up. You salt it. And guess what you do? You build you an A-frame and you build a fire and you cover it up. You can use a tarp or you can use the green fire spruce trees. And guess what? When you do that for about 12 to 15 hours, all of that meat turns into jerky. It turns into straight up jerky. And guess what? Now you preserved all that meat you had instead of letting it go off. Now you could you don't have to look at all that meat spoil because you just can't eat all that meat in one fucking day. You know, like my moms, aunties and stuff, they stockpile meat in their deep freezers. Like sometimes, like if I don't got some shit in my house and I'm by my mama's house, I just go in my mama's deep freezer and get a pack of steaks out there. She got so much shit in there. She got so much shit in her fucking deep freezer. My mom got a refrigerator, her regular refrigerator with the freezer that come on it. All right, and it's full of shit. Then you go downstairs to a deep freezer and it's packed. All right. All that meat, if you got skills, if you got knowledge and understanding, don't have to get spoiled. You can build your A-frame and smoke that meat and dry it out, and it becomes jerky. Or get you have a pickle, that pickle shit. Take the pickles out, cut that meat up, salt it, and put it in the pickle juice. And guess what? It's preserved for a long period of time, man. Okay,
I got a precept for you.
Bring it out.
This Ecclesiastes 7 and 12. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it.
Yeah, man. When you have knowledge, get the one about don't be ignorant, nothing great or small. Sirach 5 and 15, I think. Don't be ignorant, nothing great or small. Then get the other one about with all your knowledge, all I get knowledge. Bring it out.
This Sirach 5 and 15, and it reads, "Be not ignorant of anything, in a great matter or a small."
All right, man. You get all the knowledge you can, even when we getting all this knowledge from off the internet. Because looking at CNN and Fox News is trash. So we look at these alternative news stations and we get more and more information to be occupied in prophecy, so we could know how to conduct ourselves through the spirit. All right. And then when you know a famine come in, you learn how to filter water. You learn how to preserve meat, so on and so forth, man. Okay. If you got, if you have the skills, like if we off the grid, right, and we're gonna be trusting in Yahweh Shem Shai. What did he do to nation Israel? He sent them a bunch of quail, right? They asked him, they told him they wanted some meat. Now, when you get a quail, you got to know how to pluck the feathers off, gut them, get the guts out of it. We don't eat guts. All right, we ain't no fucking heathens. You got to have the skills to at least do that. He sent a deer in your path. That's a clean animal. All right, they got little sacks under their legs that you got to cut that shit off. If you don't, the bile leaks from him and it'll spoil all the meat. You got to have that knowledge, so you don't spoil the meat. It's a skill to know how to cut and dissect a deer so you can eat it, man. You know, the Most High is gonna feed us. He's gonna feed us. You know. Then let's say, worst case scenario, we come up on a camp of Edomites, some doomsday preppers, and we go take their shit. You got to be handy with the sword a little bit. You know what I mean? We ain't doing this nigga shit, gun all sideways and shit. Nah, man, you want to learn how to be a marksman, man. You know, King David, look what he did with that slingshot he threw at Goliath, man. He had to practice that.
Precision.
Yeah. You had a precept?
Yeah.
Bring it out.
It's Proverbs 4 and 7. Wisdom is the principal thing.
Yes, Lord.
Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding.
Hey, man, get as much knowledge as you can get. Get 2nd Ezra 8 and 3. No matter what it is, man. All right? Knowledge and wisdom is understanding the scriptures and being able to apply the scriptures to you. But guess what? It goes into having certain skill sets in the corner realm. Learning the herbs, knowing what to do if you cut your hand, learning how to sew, if you get a cut, how to sew your hand back together. You know, if you get a laceration, knowing how to sew it together, man. You got men that didn't have that skill when they went to the army. They learned how to sew their brothers back together. Jarheads, so on and so forth. All of that is knowledge. It's a skill, man. Bring it out.
2nd Ezra 8 and 3. There be many created, but few shall be saved.
All right, so this is, you got to realize, Ezra saw all of these calamities. He saw fighter jets. He saw drones. He saw these robots. Man, we're going to have robots coming from after us, man, that don't get tired. Robot dogs. He saw all this. The Most High gave him a hologram, and he saw all this, and this was his conclusion.
Verse 4.
He saw the pestilence. He saw the famine. He saw the drought. And this was his conclusion when he saw all that shit.
So answered I and said, swallow then down, O my soul, understanding and devour wisdom.
All right. He say, let me get all the knowledge, understanding, and wisdom that I can get. Because he know he was going to be in here. Ezra's somewhere here right now. He's here. All right.
Why? I don't know why. Maybe it's because of upbringing and lifestyle. I get frustrated doing YouTube trying to teach people prep and even talking to people about prepping because they just don't seem to get it. And I have to take a step back, and which is what I'm doing here the next few days. Not everybody was raised the way I was. Not everybody has the same upbringing as I had. Not everybody has seen the horrors and evil in men when the law is not looking. When I say men, I mean mankind.
All right. And what he's saying is right. And the people that this society deem crazy, a lot of them be highly intelligent. I seen an interview with that crazy guy. Well, he really wasn't crazy. They depicted him as crazy. Charles Manson. They had a lot of they interviewed him a lot while he was locked up. And he said, you think I'm sadistic? You think I'm crazy? This is what he said. You can look it up. His interviews are all over YouTube. He say, man, he say the most mildest man and most peaceful man you know is a killer and a monster. He say, you Americans, all of you are killers. And this is what that nigga said. You take away your food and your water and your resources. This is what Charlie Manson said. He said, you're gonna see everybody's out here as a fucking killer. And that interview out there, I looked at it. I might be mangling it a little bit, but that's basically what he say. He say, you take away you Americans' comforts, your food and water. He say, all of you are killers. He say, all of you are killers. All right? So what the scriptures tell us? Get that in 2nd Ezra 15 about for want of bread. Is that 15?
Famine.
Yeah, and the want of bread, everybody gonna slave. I don't know exactly what it is. I think
For
it's
the lack of bread, Great tribulation.
Yeah, bring it out. Is it 15, right?
Yeah, it's 15.
Bring it out.
2nd Ezra 15 and 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
Now, then look, everybody's getting along with their neighbors right now. All right? Charles Manson was right in that interview, but we know it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right? That means he was more intelligent than everybody that's called him crazy. He was smarter than their asses, man. All right? Start off from the top of there again.
2nd Ezra 15 and 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
All right, now everybody's getting along with their neighbors. If I walk outside right now, my neighbors wave and speak. Yep. What my neighbors do when you say?
They wave.
They wave and speak. Good, so-called good people.
Peaceful.
Bring it out.
But shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread.
All right, but when they have lack of bread, guess what they're going to do? They will come here and kill me. And eat me. Hey, this is what Yahweh Shem Shai orchestrated in the kingdom of men in the last days, man. This is what happened when sore famines hit the planet Earth, man. A motherfucker ain't killing you just to get a notch under their belt. In these last days, a motherfucker gonna be killing you to eat you, man. And it's gonna be your neighbor, Mr. Johnny across the street. Oh, Mr. Johnny, he wouldn't hurt a fly. Let him get hungry. Let him go 2 weeks without eating. Let him go 2 weeks without eating, and his wife sitting in the house, and she half dead herself. For the lack of bread, your neighbor is going to kill you, man. And this is why the children of this world is wiser than the children of light. All right? Because we tell our people this. We out here, we are prophesying for the nation of Israel, man. And we out here for the elect of them, but it just shows how a lower state and downtrodden our people are. These devils, we could go every time we go out there and prophesy, and we out there dealing. Who agrees with us more? Our people or the heathen? The heathens always agree with us more. The only thing they don't agree with is they going into slavery. But when we talk about politics, the condition of America, all right, the stock market crashing, all those things, they agree with everything we fucking say for the most part. For the most part. And you talk to our people, oh, that wouldn't happen here in America. No, that wouldn't happen. That's, if it do happen, it's not going to happen in our lifetime. We tired of this shit, man. Hey, man, we through the spirit, we ready for it to hit the fan, man. We ready for the kingdom to get ushered in. We ready to see the 2/3 gone, and we ready to rule over these heathens, man.
There is some good.
Hey, Jonah, that was Jonah, right? Jonah ain't want to go prophesy to the motherfuckers in Nineveh, man. He was like, man, but Father, these are the niggas over here. You know, sometimes you get in that spirit. What Jeremiah said, man, don't lift up a cry for these motherfuckers, man. You know? But we still got to go out here, whether they heal or forbear. That's what we're commissioned to do, man.
God prophesy to the wind.
It's a lot of evil when there's no control or consequences they're facing. You see some pretty messed up stuff. You will.
All right. And he say, when there's no law and people know that there are no consequences, he said you're going to see some messed up stuff. Now, can that be funneled through the scriptures? What they say, the princes, they would not regard the princes. Yeah. Bring it out.
It's 2nd Ezra 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men.
Come on.
And invading one another.
Come on.
They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
All right. Hey, the day gonna come here in America, a cop, all that authority that he got, that shit gonna be it's gonna be obsolete. Like, I got pulled over by a cop, the other night? Yeah. And I was shivering in my boots, you know? And when I say shivering in my boots, man, these cops pull you over. They and you look a certain way. You got a beard, you know what I'm saying? And they just stereotype you. Man, they'll fuck over you. You could be innocent, have all your paperwork right. They just fuck over you, man. You know, that day about to cease and desist. It's about to, because they're gonna get judged too. It's about to be fair. It's about to be a what we say on Call of Duty, a free fall on their asses too, man.
Open season.
Open season on their asses, man. And that's gonna be their judgment. Okay. They judgment written too.
Formerly known as A-Train, continues to maintain his innocence despite insurmountable evidence against him.
Yeah, a little more in it too.
Bring it out.
It says the course of their actions shall stand in their power. You know,
that's
so
right.
They're no longer going to be abiding by the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, the laws that Esau has set in place. You know, they're going to be fucking every man for himself. You know,
fucking free fall.
God. Yep, 200 people on Warzone.
200 motherfuckers.
Besides the 3 days, 3 months supply. All it takes is them to shut things down. Maybe a conflict causes production to stop.
War.
Just saying, we're seeing that.
Yep. It's
There's
not a
an agenda
coincidence. Bill
why
Gates
that
buying
is
up all
going
the
on. I have to be
phones and
real careful
He
how I
gonna touch on
discuss
that.
that, everybody, because I've already been warned, and so has other YouTube creators from the platform, from that company right there, on what we can and cannot say.
See,
Right.
that's when you have a full-fledged totalitarian society. When you can't, that's your First Amendment right,
Yep.
the freedom of free speech. Say what's on your mind. All right, your so-called liberty. All right, that's about to be taken away. You're not gonna be able to say what's on your mind. You're not gonna be able to think freely. All right, you're gonna have to. That movie about George Orwell, that book, 1984. If you ain't read that book, read that book, man. All right, it's gonna be a full-fledged totalitarian society, and if you speak anything outside of the rules and regulations of the society, all right, you're gonna be dealt with harshly by draconian laws. Okay. Ain't gonna be no such thing as a Mr. Motherfucking Meaner. In a totalitarian society governed by draconian laws, there's no such thing as a misdemeanor. You could do something small and they give you 50 years to kill you. All right?
God, I got a piece of
Bring it out.
this Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
Come on.
And that he is talking about Esau. And it says that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
All right, and that's that totalitarian society, man, pushing out that vibration of wickedness, man. All right, what's that image? The philosophies that Esau push on our people. If you speak against the homosexual agenda, all right, you're going against that image. All right, if you speak out against them going in the other country, spoiling them, you're going against that image. All right, that it's a way of thinking that this devil is putting on the people. All right, when you go against that image, guess what he's going to do? He's going to kill you. That's a fire precept, bro.
BitChute, I've actually got accounts there. I've had those for years. The fact is, those do not have the traction as this platform. Let me put it to you that way. As a YouTube creator, I get analytics and stuff that you as a viewer do not see. In other words, I'm wrapped into all this stuff where I'm actually seeing which one is best for me. And right now this platform is. For the channels that are huge on these platforms, that's because they started here on this platform and they took their community over there. And their community actually watches all their videos and they follow up with them. But kind of strange though, that they have to come back here to this platform, release videos, and say, hey, make sure you come check out our independent free website, stuff like that. It's because those other platforms do not support like this platform does. Oh, it's all about the money, CFP. It is when you are putting the amount of hours and time and finances. I put a lot of finances in this channel. It is. It's a job. So just jumping around platforms, that actually destroys what you're trying to do. If you speak a certain way and try to figure out the algorithm got no rhythm, you can still get your message.
You know, we don't have to listen to that part because the elders taught us that. You know, we say certain things, you know, instead of saying the seed, not instead of saying what the pestilence is, we'll say tranquilizer, Kavase 19, to trip that algorithm. We understand that.
I got a precept.
Okay, bring it out. Let me go.
This Ephesians 5:15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
The first sale I got from someone I didn't know, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is so crazy!"
And break it down.
Ephesians 5:15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Okay, and it's another precept that says the same thing, but redeeming the times because the times are evil. Okay, so we know we gotta pretty much be perfect, be ye perfect, and walk on eggshells because this devil, he's trying everything he can to come against us and demonize us, and persecute us. But we got to be perfect and blameless before Yahweh Shema Shah in the world.
And even when you're doing your videos, you got to be circumspect.
Yeah,
you can't say certain things; they'll flag you, take your shit down. So you got to be wise, man. Wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove, and that's what he was. That's what the children of this world are wiser than the children of light. He's telling you how to beat the algorithms. All right, he says you can beat it.
How to dodge the snares.
Yep.
Back to Mr. Gates. There, he's sitting on the farmland.
I'm talking about Bill Gates.
Most of his farmland is also ranch lands. In other words, cattle.
And he buying all that shit in America.
Because he's a vegan? Was that why he did it? I don't think so. I think he's part of a bigger agenda. I think they're all hooked up in this together. Every single one of them. Because as soon as somebody is not in their group of things, they get rid of them. They whack them. They get rid of them. Okay? I think they are trying to take away our ability to grow food, raise our own food, so they have a complete control issue over you. You control the food, you control the people.
Yeah.
I've seen the comments, well, it doesn't make any sense. Why would they starve anybody out? These people are freaking evil.
Yeah.
That's why. There is no rhyme or reason.
The devil the Bible speak of.
That they are pure evil.
Yeah, he might go Jacob.
That's what I'm saying.
Not one bit. They only care about you when
he's basically saying everything we prophesy week in and week out, bringing out the same information. You see what I'm saying? He just don't have the truth. See, but our people can't look at what's going on around and come to the conclusion, damn, what he's saying is real. They are so lost in the sauce, bro.
Yeah.
Like if my family looked at this, they would call him crazy. You see what I'm saying?
Wouldn't pay no mind.
But if other Edomites looked at it, they'll be like, it has some sense to what he's saying. All right? And it's infuriating, man. It make you really hate our people, man.
They'll take heed to him and go stop.
Oh, yeah, then that's another thing. Yeah, they don't listen to some of them. It's a great percentage that won't listen to us, and we got the full truth. And because of his skin tone, they'll listen to him and take heed. You're right, bro. You got them too.
And unfortunately, I don't even see why they even bother with that because it's all freaking rigged. Every single bit of that is. Maybe your local votings for your city council, sheriff.
He talking about the voters and all that. But look, we got something else to do. We ran out of time. I ain't think it was gonna take that long. Yeah, we've been going at about an hour. So we're gonna finish doing this. We're gonna do the second half probably later on the day or the night. We gotta go handle some business. Abba Ratazai was edifying to those that watch. So we're gonna get infinite honors to our Heavenly Father and our great King, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Harakah Kodash. We're gonna get double honors to our teachers, the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to our fellow laborers in Yahweh Shai, pushing the true cross the four winds. Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah, we're gonna do a part 2 to this because he brought out he got a lot of good information he's gonna bring out to us to end. Shalom. To y'all that was tuned in. DTA.
Above the ball.
Indeed.